What's cracking, people? It's your man, Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, representing high-level technicians, operating globally and beyond. So listen, the other day I was at my sanctuary, aka the gym, and something happened that actually made me want to stop going to the gym, or at least that particular location. So just a little background for those who aren't familiar, or you may have just found this channel. For me, uh, there's no other place, or a few places, in my opinion, that's more centering, more calming, more energizing than the gym. And I treat that like my church, my sanctuary, my space that I can take out aggression, that I can build my focus, that I can challenge myself, to grow and to channel a lot of energy and get refocused. And so when talking about interacting with other people at the gym, the stories that I take away are from the perspective of the pensive introvert. And my Patreon members know what that is. In particular, my journeymen and my technicians, that realizing the value of being introverted with your alpha position. That's because most people notice the larger men, the more muscular men, the sort of alpha in the room. It's just an energy that we have, and we don't necessarily want that to be the first position or the first thing that people see, because it's attractive. And if we're trying to focus on a project, if we're trying to focus on getting something done, like getting a good workout in, being in your place of solitude or whatever, you don't want a lot of people coming up to you. You don't necessarily want women approaching you, putting themselves physically in your way, so that you can trip over them, or, throwing choosing signals so hard that they're literally, sitting on your bench when you're you're in between sets. You go to get some more weights or a barbell or something like that, and you come back and they're sitting on your bench. Oh, I didn't know this was your stuff. Even though you've set up camp, you've got your water bottle here, you've got your your phone here, with your wireless headset, so whatever. You set up camp there, you got your towel, it's all there, your territory's marked. If a woman finds you attractive at the gym space, she will make it her mission to get in your space so that you can see her and you can strike up a conversation or whatever. There are a lot of guys that like that are into that stuff, and there are other videos that can be made about doing that on purpose and using that as a part of your way of meeting women. But personally, I don't do that in my own gym experience. I prefer that to be my own space, my time, my personal development, and all that good shit. So, having said that, you got the background. Gentlemen, let's keep in mind that the gym is still a business, and it is still an office space, right? So you still have the office fuck file. And the reason why I want to transfer gyms or start using another location, I'm in a 24-hour gym, and we have a lot of locations in the Chicagoland area, so I could always go to a different gym. But the one that I go to, I like the facility. I'm used to the staff. It's a great experience. That's why I don't necessarily want to leave it. But the other day I found out that I am on the office fuck file at my gym. And I'll reference the original Office F file video in the description. But gentlemen, this is something that I actively try to avoid. I get to know the trainers, and I use the trainers because that's what they're there for. If I'm boxing, if I want to shadow box, if I want to do some bag work, rope, maybe a spin class or something like that, it's a really great thing to get to know the trainers. However, they get new trainers. They get bubbly, fresh-faced trainers. And at my gym, they have a spa area, an area that's dedicated to, the micro peels, the massage area. There's a salon, all that shit. And, they get new workers, new, staff members in that spot all the time. And so when this happens, I already know that the dance has begun, okay? Because let's be real, okay? The majority of the staff members who are at a spa or massage therapy service or salon are female, and they're young and tend to be attractive females. And because there is a natural gym environment, you have a lot of male personal trainers, male orderlies, male staff, desk staff members and managers, where I'm like, great, these guys, they can take the new chicks out of range so that they don't even see me. And I'll put some pictures about how I like to dress and how I like to present myself at the gym. And it doesn't matter, gentlemen, when you have built up yourself to be healthy, when you built up your ability to perform, because when I train people, I train people for performance output, and then aesthetics after that. But that's another video for another day. When you got that, when you're firing on multiple cylinders, no matter what you wear, even if you're wearing like a fucking paper bag, those gains are going to show. And you get new women in a space, and their natural inclination is to find masculinity. And a lot of women, really, they're looking for members to put on their roster. They're looking for that one guy who may be Mr. Wonderful. He's got the looks, he's got the body, he's got the brains. He may even have, all the resources, put all that stuff together. So that's another video for another day too. But I say this to say that I had confirmation the other day that, oh shit, now I'm in the my gym's office F file. And this is because of a concept that I presented during a webinar with the Field Master Ron Wills. Shout out to Ron Wills. Hit him up. Maybe he'll give you a link, or he'll show you where you can purchase that link to that particular webinar. But and this is a concept that I including in my book that's coming out pretty soon. But basically, it's a concept of the female group hierarchy, and this states that in every group of women, every area of women, and I touched upon this in the original Office Fuck File video, every group of women falls into various categories where the woman that's on top, or the queen bee, she is the one that dictates, determines what other women can have access to other men within a space. It's deep. I know this shit sounds crazy, but that is how women work, and that's how they operate when they're in groups. But to take it back to my gym, the way that I got confirmation that I had been added to the Office F file was that the new girl broke protocol, and she not only, as I'm walking towards the stairs to go to the locker room, she not only put herself physically in my path so that I would either bump into her or have to say something like "excuse me" or something like that. But when I said, "Oh, so you're just gonna run me over," she, just couldn't say sorry or apologize enough, and she was trying to make it up by saying, "Hey, I'll offer you free massage services, or I'll make it up as a spa or something. You just let me know, and I'll make it happen." I'm like, "Oh, that's fine. Thank you so much. I'm just trying to get out of here. I got stuff to do." But beyond that moment, that is what kicked it off. Okay, as I'm leaving the place, female managers are coming up saying hi. Female trainers are saying, "Hey, how's it going? Blah blah blah, whatever," making small talk. I've been going to this gym for years, and I had my own system because I understand how women work. Okay, I understand how the network works. I've already broken down the Office F file. I'm gonna do a part 2, Patreon exclusive, and I will get into the nitty gritty details about or if you're a trading card, because women have men set up as trading cards. It gets deep, but it's interesting to observe. So anyway, confirmation of being in my gym's office fuck file was not only that, okay, this new girl made a renegade move, but all of the other women who had been passing my card around or whatever saw that she had made that move. And so because she had made that move after I had trained all of these women for however long, to just be casual and to just, I'm just a high and by guy. I don't stop and be in anybody's face because I'm there for me. Okay. But as soon as they realized that the new girl had done that, they were all making their moves. Women are very aggressive about what they want, and when they get focused on something and locked and loaded on something, there is no greater competitor for a thing than a woman who feels that she deserves this thing, or that she, should have this thing, or that she's super, super curious about having this thing. And in all honesty, I want to relay this message to men, and particularly the men who may struggle, who may feel that they are struggling with acceptance, or struggling with women, or having a hard time finding what their wheelhouse may be per se. These are to this is to the men who may be pre-select or not even in that category just yet. Always know that women are studying you. Women study men way more than most men realize. Now, masculine masters, men in the select manosphere, we already know this. We're aware of aspects of female nature that the average man has no clue about. But I want you to understand that from the moment that you step out of your home to the time that you get into your car to drive somewhere, or go to the bus stop, go to the train station, go to the airport, whatever it is that you do, to the time that you're in class, that you're at work, that you're participating in your sport, or whatever activity at church or religious services, or whatever you're doing, women are observing you and studying you. They're analyzing you. Not necessarily as someone who is a potential mate or someone who is a potential good time, but they're constantly observing your behavior, your patterns, your growth and development over time, depending on your environment or your ecosystem or whatever your specific situation is. There are women who are observing you, and they're putting you into various classes and categories and leagues, depending on what your trajectory is. You have the opportunity, you have the power, you have the authority to shift perception and to write your own script in terms of how you navigate your world. And when you embrace that authority, when you embrace that leadership, when you embrace that self-awareness, women take note to that. We mentioned that women are a byproduct of success, whatever success means to you. In my opinion, success is masculine mastery, but that's another discussion. But when you embrace your path towards that, the women who you may feel don't even think you exist or realize that you exist will expose their game. They'll expose themselves and show that, yeah, they have been observing you over a period of time. They have seen your growth. They've seen your development, and they've seen your potential. That's why in the select manosphere, we focus on that. We focus on your self-development. We focus on your personality development / charisma development, your body game, and your masculinity. Your masculine development is probably the most important and core feature of your growth and your journey. And that's why that is focused on in the Select Manosphere so much, because it allows you to embrace life and to take charge in life with authority. So at the end of the day, of course, I'm going to stay at my gym. I know how to smooth things over, and if something comes of the situation, I'll keep you guys informed. But for the details of the second Office F file episode, that's going to go up to the Patreon side. Go ahead and click on the link below to get access to that. And as always, this is your man Cousin T, aka the Alpha Wingman, saying stay sharp and mission focused. Later.